this on. Welcome everyone to the Mastermind Book Club. Tonight review the second part of the 5 a.m. Club. The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. Tonight we have several views of our Mastermind team and wanted to share their views first. Their most important view of whatever they learned in the second part of this book. Does anyone want to comment on what they've learned on this book?
I can go very briefly.
Martha, yes.
I say life is a surprise and life is tough. And you have to live like a hero, organize yourself, organize what you want to do in life, and bless everything you have, everything you touch, your food, everywhere you're going, and everything you do in life. Bless the people around you, and bless your family. And I think this is part that we get a better world to live, a better place to live, and we all do the same thing. We have a better place. Right now, everybody's like selfish and thinking about themselves and don't worry about anybody else. And we care about each other and bless what we have. We want to have a better life, everybody, in the whole world.
Got it.
No, in the United States, in every place.
Thank you. Thank you, Martha. Thank you. Ty, I know you had your hand up. You wanted to comment on, let me just unmute you or unmute yourself before you speak. Ty.
Okay.
There
Can
we
you hear
go.
me?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, okay. Actually, I learned a lot from this book. It was very interesting. I got an opportunity to listen to the whole thing and then to listen again to about half of the book. So it was interesting.
Can you tell us
it was
one
telling me
thing that
that
you,
it's time.
yes, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to ask if there's any one particular thing that stuck out in reference to what you learned from the book.
To be honest, I was kind of like as they were like as they were describing the area and like the beach and the butterflies and the things that were happening, I was imagining like as if I were there, like I was there and I was part of it. So I was like really focusing on the things that it seemed like he was able to do because he was in tune with his higher self, you know? So it was, it was the small little things that kind of stood out to me.
Correct. Thank you.
I like that.
Thank you very much, Ty. Reg, any comments on this book? I think you've read it a few times, right?
No, not even
No?
a full one. I wouldn't even say a full time. But
Okay.
I mean, I always have comments, obviously some comments. I think the most important thing is just going back to the title itself and not to really even move too far away from that and understand the importance of waking up at that hour or just any hour that's ahead of the hour that you actually really get going on your day. Because what happens is once you get going, there's all this bandwidth that you lose that's being pulled into all these different areas in terms of, my work, my family, I got to run this errand and all this good stuff that we do on a daily, right? So what I call the mundane. But if you can actually take that time early in the morning before you actually, start to kind of, lose that time to actually focus a bit on your life or on your situation, like, to focus on yourself, it's valuable time. So just to have that time, that 1 hour, whatever that amount of time is, you can underscore how much value you can gain from that in terms of the win for yourself in terms of, if you're really just trying to expand yourself, expand your life, kind of, get yourself going, you can really do a lot in that little window of time if you offer it to yourself. So it's very important that you actually wake up at some time ahead of your day. If it's an hour or two, they call it the 5 o'clock hour, but I just think it's that time that you have in the morning. That's your own time that you can put into meditating, that you can put into exercising, that you can put into journaling, that you can put into just being one with yourself, before you actually get pulled into so many other things. And I just think it sets you up nicely, as they use a term like in the Tony Robbins space, priming, priming for the day, those types of things. Because, it can set the mood, set the tone for the day in a big way. So I just really think it's important to have that time to put to doing that.
Very good, very good. Thank you, Reg, for sharing. Gina, would you like to comment anything on the book? No, can't hear you.
Good
Okay,
evening. Sorry, it's on mute. I wanted to piggyback on what Reggie just said.
It looks like we have twins on the call.
Twins, right? They do. They look like twins. They do.
Oh. I was going to piggyback on what Reggie said, and I have 3 words that come to my mind. Own your day, own your day. So whatever it is that you set up to do in the morning, it pretty much is going to be a great predictor of what your day is going to be like. So you begin it right, get up early in the morning. And one of the things I guess I'm struggling with, or I have struggled with for so long now, is going to bed at a decent time, and I feel that if I can do that, then I can easily get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, I wake up, but I'm still tired, so I just want to go to bed a little bit earlier. And I want to, it's so hopeful, all the things that they're saying, that, synchronicity just keeps happening to you once you just work on developing yourself. And so I really want to take that on and just, do my experiment and explore that a little bit. So I'm excited about this. I had, there's this guy, Hal Elrod. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. He has got this program called The Miracle Morning. And it's sort of like an internet sensation, so to speak. He's got people all over the world waking up around that time in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. So it's called The Miracle Morning. And they have a Facebook group that you can join in order to do that as well. And people, I've seen some of them, they're kind of like so excited, like, they're whispering in the camera in the morning, I'm up at 5 o'clock, and it's just like, it's so, glorious, or so forth and so on. But anyway, I'm looking forward to putting this information in practice.
Very good, Gina. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Charles, would you like to comment anything on the book? Hey.
Good evening, everybody.
Out from the park.
A couple things I got was I put this little acronym together: FDP, focus, determination, and persistence. The focus, starting off with the 5 o'clock, having your day planned, centering your thoughts on your goals, imagining the goals that they're already accomplished in your mind, taking that time to focus. The D, determination, not quitting. Putting your commitment into practice. Someone said commitment is doing the thing that you said you would do long after the feeling that you said it in has left. The other one is persistence. The other one is persistence, overcoming your obstacles, which like someone said, sometimes you get up in the morning, you want to go back to sleep, but pushing past those obstacles and then repeating it. Like someone said, it takes 21 days to make something a habit. So it's that constant, I guess, keeping it going, putting things into action, going after the goals, seeking that power of God within at that moment, no matter what the obstacles are. And then I think it was Gina saying, starting off owning the moment of your day, really taking your day serious with the plans and goals you have to achieve, and doing the major thing first.
Thank you. FDP, got that. Thank you, Charles. Ruth, would you like to comment anything?
I thought I started it, remember?
Yes, you did, but just wanted to get you on recording here so that the world can listen to your insight.
Well, I mean, what I said is that well, the major thing that stood out for me, because I do practice the meditation and the exercise and the personal development journal. I journal just about every morning. And is that, you know, I need to manage. I see where I can do quite a bit by managing, you know, what the goal, you know, the what did I say earlier? Managing, not being so focused on managing my time, but managing, you know, whatever goal that I has set out to do, to accomplish.
Yes, very good.
So, but I really enjoy this program, and I've been getting up at 5 o'clock, 5:30, and I know that I think it will work best.
There's
Like
no
you know,
perfect time. There's no
yeah,
perfect
like
time, okay?
he said to do the exercise first and then meditation, and that makes a lot of sense because sometimes I feel myself drifting off to sleep in my meditation. So I will change that.
Ruth, we share the same exact habit. The same exact habit. I wake up early and I fall asleep on my meditations and on my visualization is what I should say. So I'm still working on it, and it works. I believe it works. So that's the bottom line. But I wanted to give you what the goals of Robin Sharma
I
were
will
with
say
this 5
something.
a.m. club. Go ahead.
Maybe I forgot to tell you. He said to make the week, waking up plans before the start of the week.
The weekend, yes. Weekend
And
plan, yes.
weekend
Weekly
week.
plans, yes. So weekly, monthly, yearly, lifetime. So that the goals are much clearer when you have those plans. But I wanted to give you some of Robin Sharma's goals of this book. Number one, the purpose of this book is to increase your creativity, productivity, prosperity, and to have more of an impact on humanity. That's Robin Sharma's goal with this book, to increase our creativity, productivity, prosperity, and to have an impact on humanity. That's number one. Now, when you think of a hero, do you think a hero becomes a hero during periods of comfort? There's usually a calamity, a tragedy, something terrible that's about to happen, right? There's something challenging that's about to happen, right? So to be the person that you want to be, you're going to have to go through rough waters. I'm going to have to go through rough waters. It's not easy. You know, the best and easiest thing to do is to go to sleep on all of this during the middle of the day, during the wake up hours, and it happens to me a lot. So I won't kid you. It happens to me a lot. However, I do believe I am accomplishing a lot. So I hope you are as well. Standing in the storm of adversity is what the hero does. It's standing in the storm of difficulty and doubt. It is the moment that you face your greatest weakness that you get to forward your greatest strengths. When you stand in front of your greatest weakness, you get to forward your greatest strengths. All right? Real power then doesn't become from a life of ease. It actually comes from a life of discipline and demanding action in the direction in what your supreme self knows to be right. All right? Pashmina. I'm certain you've heard of this cloth much more than I have. Pashmina translates into soft gold. That's what we want to become, soft gold, right? And that's why it's called Pashmina, because it relates to soft gold in India. 531. 531 stands for the 5 truths: relentless practice, personal discipline is a must. Willpower weakens when tired. Installing habits requires a pattern. A pattern. You got to have the pattern. So you got to do the same thing every day, right? And I believe that a lot of you do that already. I believe that each and every one of you has a pattern. Does it work for you properly or does it not? I don't know. That's something that has to be evaluated by an outsider, one of us or someone else that you might know. Don't be afraid to reach out and touch someone who can assist you with that. It's the only way to grow, it's through communication. 3 values of heroic habit makers. Victory demands consistency, persistency, and to follow through, which determines the size of what will be generated. The way you practice in private will be generated by the way you perform in public. So we're almost done here with his view on this. Dreams don't come true while you are sleeping. Dreams don't come true while you are sleeping. Actual dreams come true when you are awake or visualizing. Ambition without implementation is just a delusion. This one really got to me. Ambition without implementation is just an illusion. I expect you all to be implementing whatever it is that you want, whether it's an exercise goal, whether it's a religious goal, whatever it may be. These are the 4 aspects that we should be working on a daily basis. Your mindset, your heart set, your health set, and your soul set, right? Which one do you need help more with? For each of us, it's different. For some of us, it might be the mind. For some of us, it might be the heart or health. For some of us, it might be the soul. We have to learn that these, I'm just trying to find them, here we are, that these are a way of balance. And I've been practicing on mind and heart and health. I have not been practicing on soul in the sense of what's next out of this world. But I'll tell you this. Could you imagine if you were to be eternal, that you'd never die? What would happen? Have you ever thought about this? Is it worthwhile to have goals in life if you were eternal? No, it's not. It's not worthy to have a goal. Why? Because you could always start out if you're eternal. And that is one of the reasons why we all have one way to get out of this world, through death. Time. Time is against us. If we didn't have goals, then we wouldn't be working hard to achieve them. And hard means taking out the time to think. If you think of all these musicians, all these people who create movies, who else? All these people who write books, they have to take out time to think. Are you taking out time to think in whatever it is that you're doing? When I work on my investments, I need to take out time to think and research. When I think about my daughter, I take out time to research. And I know that you're doing similar. Is it working? Have you asked yourself, is it working? Are you getting enough done? Is it productive? Or do you need to try and implement something else? Stop doing what you're doing and try something else? Have you asked yourself these questions? I ask myself these questions regularly. Have they gotten me somewhere? You bet. My daughter yesterday held on her arms for over a minute, her head above her shoulder, which is the first time I think I've seen that, from my daughter who's cerebral palsy. And all I can tell you is it's working. What we're doing here is working. It's not perfect, but it's working. So when Ruth says that she falls asleep on meditation, I'm like, man, that's me. I did that this morning. I envision my daughter walking, talking. I envision assisting my kids. I envision me accomplishing one major task in my life, which is becoming a grandmaster tradesman. Because if I can do it, then I can teach others to do it at the same time. So I don't want to tell you exactly everything that I do, but I wanted to give you an idea of how I approach everything that you just said, supported, and added some light. So for me, from this book, I think Ruth said it in the beginning, the 20-20 rule. And I just wanted to share with you what he meant by that. And I don't know if you want to take a screenshot, but I think is worth it. Let me know. Can you all see that there? You can, with your fingers, you can zoom in if you need to see it closer. But this is the 20-20-20 formula that Robin Sharma was referring to. So it doesn't have to be implied this way, and I know that we're not all meant to do it at this specific hour, because we're all at different stages of life. Some of you don't have young children. Some of you have grandchildren. Some of you, are alone, so it makes it easier at any time of day to do this. So from 5 a.m. to 5:20, move, exercise, sweat, hydrate, breathe deeply. Why? Because it cleanses your cortisol, right? What else? BDNF, brain. I forgot what the DNF stands for. Sorry, the Reg, or anyone remember? Brain. I know it increases certain types of activity in your brain. Dopamine rises, serotonin increases, metabolism elevates. Whoops, tongue twisters. Benefits: more focus and productivity. Focus and brain is optimized. Energy grows, less stress, live longer. So this is number one on the 20 minutes of the formula. The next 20 minutes should be to journal, meditation, plan, pray, contemplate. I haven't been doing a journal lately. I was doing it regularly, and I stopped. And as I hear some of you, I think it was either Gina or Ruth who said about journal, I know it's important, and I veered off the path, and I've got to get back onto it at least once a week and start it back up slowly, because it's very important to keep a record of everything that you do, because this is how your kids can excel, or people can tell where you were at in life, right? Why is this important? Journal, meditation, planning, praying? Because it boosts, gratitude is boosted, awareness soars, happiness lifts, wisdom develops, serenity expands. The greater benefits of all of this: positivity, decreased reactivity, higher creativity, and performance of a richer life, right? And number three, the third 20 minutes should be dedicated to reviewing your goals, your progress, maybe reading a book, listening to a podcast, studying online. So there's more than one way to do it on each and every one of these. You're not to do each and every one of these on a daily basis, which is what I tried to do at the beginning. You go crazy trying to do everything. Try and do one of these in each of them. So for me, it's exercise, about an hour. I do a little prayer and a little planning, all right? And then three, I consume audiobooks. That's the main one. I consume audiobooks. But there's one more thing that's needed to this formula, and that is the amount of time that you dedicate to whatever it is that you want to call your money-producing activity. What keeps you busy during the day, all right? Whatever that is, that amount of time that you focus on a daily basis should not necessarily be work that you do for your boss, unless you feel comfortable in whatever it is that you're doing. But if you're looking to become independent, some type of entrepreneur, intrapreneur, extrapreneur, I forgot the other terms that are related in there, but how much time are you dedicating to that? Is it 30 minutes? Robin Sharma says that we need to dedicate it, if possible, up to 3 hours on a daily basis. So that way we get ahead on our personal goals much quicker and faster. Robin Sharma is a writer, and he coaches to a lot of high-end clients. Now, in order to get there, you have to spend time in silence, meditation, research. So I know that some of you do this already, but how do you increase your own productivity? That is the question that needs to be answered. And the best way to answer that question, the twin sisters here, or they look like twins, know the benefits of meditation. I'm not saying that they are masters, but I know they are mini gurus, because they don't want to be referred to as gurus compared to all of us, because they've been doing it for so long. if you listen, you will learn. And that is the key. Every time I hear them speak about meditation, I've learned a thing or two on how to improve on it. Number one, meditation is not considered an hour, 2 hour thing. It could be a 1 minute thing. And that is thanks to the twin sisters here. I don't know why, but you ladies do look like twins, just like Reggie said, on camera. So,
David,
yes.
Martha meditates as well.
So say that again.
Martha meditates as well.
Okay, Martha,
that.
great, Martha.
I thought you wanted it too, right?
I do meditate, and my meditation, I have different meditations. So number one is I do visualizations in the morning, which I consider a type of meditation, just like Ruth said. I visualize my daughter's health now. I visualize me being a grandmaster tradesman now. But then I run, and as I run, I listen to a Tony Robbins meditation, which is about 12 minutes long, and it's similar to the visualization. And then I do, on the weekends, I do a longer meditation, anywhere from 20 minutes to longer, which I haven't been able to do it on a daily basis yet, but I'd say that the biggest thing is reviewing our life. You know, how did our day go? What were the good things that happened? How can we improve so that next day we can improve on those or add to those good things? So, I mean, I don't know how far you've gotten on your meditations. I'm not saying I'm the person to be explaining what a meditation is, but when you look at this formula, it's very easy. Look, move, reflect, and grow. Move, reflect, grow. So I know that some of you are moving, if not most of you are moving, right? Are you growing? And are you reflecting? Reflecting, it can be done in a journal, it could be meditation, it could be planning, praying, or contemplating. So contemplating in there is visualizing as well. So that's why I say that you don't necessarily have to do all of these, but at least one of these, whatever it is. All right. Movement has improved my overall body since I started with this COVID thing back in December. I saw the pulmonologist last Thursday, and she said, wow, you're the first person that the head pulmonologist wanted us to research because you didn't follow the protocol of the hospital. So, yep, I did not follow the protocol of the hospital. I denied my medication that I was being given. So the head doctor came to see me and he said, why won't you want it? I said, it has too many side effects. I don't believe in that medication. He said, well, my medication do you believe in? I said, ivermectin. He said, oh, really? He said, well, take a note of whatever it is that you're doing. In 6 weeks, we'll talk, because it took me 8 months to heal. And I told him, well, I beg to differ. It's going to take me about a month to heal. And it took me about 5 to 6 weeks to get most of it out. I'm not completely healed yet, but I can run. I can do exercise. I don't cough. Rarely have a cough. I think I coughed once today, but you know, that's what happens. So you are in control if you want to be, or you can give your hand to someone else to walk you through life. And the chances are that person who's walking you through life will eventually get tired. All right. So take control of your life. How? How much time are you dedicating to each and one of these? And how much time are you dedicating to build your business? Plain and simple. You all know this, but are you applying this? Are you applying this? Lastly, who are you talking to on a daily basis? Or, sorry, not on daily, but at least once a week or once a month on your progress. You know, maybe something is bothering you, all right? God, if I can refer to God with your, you know, with respect, infinite intelligence, you know, it tells us, ask and you'll receive, seek and you'll find, knock and the door shall be answered. When was the last time you did this? When was the last time you knocked? You asked, you sought after. When are you going to do it next? In life, We are meant to answer questions. Questions are referred to as problems by each and every one of us. Problems. Problems are questions waiting to be resolved. That's it. Plain and simple. Everything is a question, a problem. A problem that is a question waiting to be resolved. If you cannot resolve it on your own, you can get a book. Talk to someone. All right? Those are two ways. Make a list. All right? So that's it for today's review. If you're still lost on how to build your 5 a.m. routine, what are you waiting for? Reach out, send a message to one of our members here, or send a message to me and I'll connect you to one of the team, or we can talk one-on-one so that we can help each other. This is it for our review. Our review with the 5 a.m. club. Everyone have a good night, and until next week, this is the Mastermind Book Club signing off.